Hello, we're Stark.
My name's Gemma Bell. I am the Director of Finance and Assets here at Cheltenham Borough Council. I'm responsible not just for the money, but also for the management of all of our buildings from an operational perspective, but also estates management.
I'm Mike Redman, the Council's Director for Climate Change and Place Services. Covers a range of operational services of the Council, but includes as well responsibility for tackling the climate change at a local level and reducing our carbon emissions as an authority.
So the most striking thing that we identified from the data was that we were using almost as much energy at midnight than we were at 12 in the afternoon, particularly here at the municipal offices. So we have smart meters across all of the floors that give us half-hour energy readings. So we have data that we've never ever had before, and that really helped us to shape and understand how we were using energy.
Cheltenham Borough Council declared the climate emergency in 2019. I'm stood here today in front of the Council's municipal offices, a beautiful building. It dates back to the early 1800s. It poses some challenges in terms of energy efficiency, and we're working very closely with Stark to try and tackle some of this, particularly by getting much better data about the energy we're using in real time, so that we can see where we're wasting energy and where there is scope for reducing our use.
So we've then subsequently been able to address that by identifying where the energy was being used, switch off things that weren't needed, but also kind of help shape a behavioural change programme for staff as they started to come back to the office after the pandemic. And then ultimately what that data and that change of behaviour has helped us to do is to shape our office accommodation strategy for this building.
This is giving us some really rich information, which is allowing us to prioritise where we look to save energy first. That means working very closely with people who are actually operating those buildings, trying to identify where we can reduce our energy use by things like turning down temperatures, thermostats. What this is allowing us to do is engage with those elements of our business and talk about behavioural change within those businesses to drive down our energy use.
And we have huge financial pressure in our budget this year because of the cost of electricity and gas that we need to run our buildings from which we operate our services. We're not able to influence or change the market cost of energy, but what we have been able to do is reduce the amount we use it, because as a collective we are operating our buildings much more efficiently.
Stark was able to support us with all the information we needed in making our Salix grant fund application to government, and that was particularly useful. In addition, they were available. We were able to secure their services and get them working on the project really quickly, and that has enabled us to get these meters installed in the shortest possible timescale. Another advantage of working with Stark has been that we've got all the data we now need to report back to government on the success of our programme.